welcome back to Girl Talk. Our friend Bruce Wood from Hilton Head Capital Partners has joined me, and we've been talking already a lot this morning.
Yes.
So we've still got a lot to go. So let's talk a little bit, though, because we just kind of have clicked over into 2021. Here we are, and all of us were anxiously awaiting that new year because of the year we just went through.
Yes.
And as we, right before we started filming, you said, that's kind of changed us forever, but we think that there's some hope on the horizon. So let's talk about that a little bit.
Well, I believe that there's a lot of hope from every aspect. The government does a wonderful job of spending money.
Yes, they do.
They have a printing press. And during times that are difficult, like wars, like pandemics, they spend money. And that's their job. And that's what's happening right now. The first phase was under Donald Trump and getting it going. Okay, you have to have a starting. And then you have the extension of that under the new administration. And so it will continue to expand. But viruses can metamorphosize. If you go back to medieval times, the virus the Black Plague, let's use that, came from China, but it metamorphosized over the next 100 years. So I think we have to be prepared for that.
Yeah.
That's number one. But as far as the stock market is concerned, stock markets love it when the government spends money.
Got it.
So all's good.
Yes.
Okay? All is good there. And don't be short-term oriented. Look long-term here. This is a great opportunity.
So if somebody hasn't started yet, they want to start investing, but they don't know where to start. They know that they need to.
Yes.
How do they go about starting?
Well, it depends on the amount of money they have. They could have had an inheritance, like I did recently of $800,000 from a client. Okay? And so at that level, they want to go to a professional with 40 years of experience.
Absolutely.
You've got to have experience. It's like anything else in life. Road racing, raising children, being a husband, being a wife. You have to have experience at it to get good at it.
For sure.
If you don't have a lot of money and you're with a company that has a retirement plan, that's a great place to start. They're wonderful plans. They're usually run by Fidelity, most of them are, and they have a wonderful arrangement there. If they don't have a retirement plan, then start early, okay?
Yes.
That's all I can say. So people that have grandchildren, start them early. Start educating them. But you have Charles Schwab, which I represent, and also Fidelity and Vanguard. And they have wonderful beginning programs.
Okay.
Is all you have to do is call them.
Yeah.
Pick up the phone.
It's just kind of cookie cut. That's right there for you. They've already done it.
It's right there for you. That's exactly right.
So if somebody is, as I said before, they're getting started, but maybe they didn't start quite as soon as they should have.
Right.
They still need to start now.
Yes.
I mean, immediately.
Oh, yeah.
Do not pass go, right?
Exactly.
We've got to do this.
Retirement with no money is very painful.
Yes. Nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to do that. And especially,
right.
I think, in this kind of environment that we've been in, people can see that things change very, very quickly. So
Correct.
Where they had maybe the opportunity to be investing in a 401k, if they lost that ability, and they didn't have anything else, there's some trouble there. So.
Yes.
And then, but talk to me a little bit about how you go about with a client, finding out about what their risk tolerance is or what their risk tolerance should be. Because some people might want to be really aggressive, but they're in a place in life where they shouldn't be as aggressive, or vice versa.
Yes, and that's true. And there's a difference between, for the most part, men and women investors. And so I find women investing much more interesting. Guys, I know guys, and so consequently, they're kind of like, take the hill. Women, on the other hand, are they're interested in learning more.
Yes.
They don't like to be barefooted and
right,
etc.
Exactly.
Okay. So it's an easy thing to just talk to them. Tell me about your family. Tell me what you've done in the past. That type of thing. And then you find questions like, how much risk can you really take in life? Do you want to lose it all? Or do you want to, just have a steady source of growth and income? Like Warren Buffett says, patience is the number one thing in investing.
Yes.
The number one thing.
And so let's talk about patience for a minute, because I will be the first to admit it's not necessarily my strong suit in life.
Okay.
So if you have somebody that is like that and they get a little skittish, they get a little nervous when they see things happening, how do you talk them through that and get them to have that patience that they need to have?
Well, you listen to them. You listen to them. You just listen and let it get it out.
Yeah.
Please get it out. And you just sit there and say, okay, well, what would make you happy? What makes you feel better? And then if it's within reason, you do whatever it is to appease that fear. My client in Peachtree, she called up during the pandemic and said, I want out of the market. So I convinced her to stay in for 50%.
Okay.
Okay. I want out.
Yeah.
And I convinced her to stay in. And she recently said, okay, you're right. Put the rest of the money in.
Yeah.
No, it's not that I'm right. It's that there's a camaraderie between the clients and what they want. And if it is not going to hurt them, she still made money.
Right.
She just didn't make as much as she could have.
Yeah. But she had her comfort level at the same time.
She had her comfort. She was able to go to sleep at night.
Yes.
You know, and I often say, what keeps you up at night? And if it's trepidation about the market, tell me about it.
Yeah.
You know, and that's the key.
Yeah.
That's the key.
Yeah.
It's just letting them talk.
Letting them talk. And so let's just switch gears to go a little bit fun
Okay.
in our last minute here, because we were talking about the Concours right before we started filming.
Right.
And it's coming back in November. So
Yes.
let's just tell us a little bit, because there's some fun things happening there.
Wow, that's so exciting. First of all, the town gave the Concours some seed money to get them through this difficult time. Great. You know, we have a wonderful town.
Yeah.
Okay, great people. So very quickly, Lindsay Harrell has her cadre of ladies that run this thing.
Love it.
But this Concours has become worldwide known as a boutique. You know, wonderful place. You're not overwhelmed, but you get the top quality cars.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Some of the finest cars in the world come here.
Yeah.
And we've branched out so that we have different categories, and it's always expanding. We want younger people to come. They don't want to see a 1912 Rolls Royce Phantom. They don't want to do that. They want to see a hot rod.
Well,
Okay?
probably, yeah.
And they want to see a variety of things. So we need to grow. We need to keep it diversified. We have an extremely interesting Women Driving America, the brainchild of Bill Schmidt on the board of directors. Amazing guy. Women Driving America was 2 years ago. We initiated that.
That's really exciting. And so we could keep talking for hours. I know we
True.
could, but our time is up.
Oh, darn.
Yes, but thank you for being with us today, and it's always great information.
Great.
And thank you for being with us, and we'll see you next time on Girl Talk.